Good morning. Happy Wednesday. All right, I'm just going to read Psalm 139 real fast, okay? He says, O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest mine down sitting and my uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. For there is not a word in my tongue, but lo, O Lord, thou knowest it altogether. Thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thine hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain it. Whither shall I go from thy spirit, or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. Even there, if I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee. But the night shineth as the day, the darkness as the light, are both alike to thee. All right. For thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I'll praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. My substance was not hid from thee, when I was made in secret and curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being unperfect, and in thy book all my members were written, which in continuance were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God! How great is the sum of them! If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. For ye speak against thee wickedly. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, and not I grieve with those that rise up against thee. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. So I was praying this morning, and God was showing up, and we were worshiping, and we were, me and God, we were praising his name because he's so good. And as I read through, this was the first chapter that I read this morning, was Psalm 139, and it just blessed me enough to where it said what it needed to say. So let's just, 5 things that I gathered from this in the first several verses. Let's just remember that there is nothing that God doesn't know about you and I. There's nothing that he doesn't know. All the good, all the bad, all the future, the things we don't even know. There's nothing he doesn't know, yet he still completely loves us. Completely. Number 2, there's never a time or place that God cannot be found. You know, you hear people say like they can't find God. You read things, you know, like, oh, where are you? And are you going to be silent forever? No, he's always there. There might be something in between us, but he's always there. There's never a time or place where God cannot be found. Number 3, we were made in his image. Okay, we were made in the image of God and fashioned. Okay, he told us we were fashioned. We were fashioned by a perfect creator, the one that spoke the world into existence, the one who made all things, the beautiful things. He made us, he created us, and he fashioned us, and we're made in his image. And number 4, okay, this was regarding the verses about like you'll slay the wicked and da da da. We can and should leave all justice in God's righteous hands. We are not just judges. Okay, we know the word, we can distinguish between right and wrong, and when we judge something, we should judge it so that we can make good and right decisions. Leave justice and judgment in God's hands. He's the only perfect and righteous one. And then number 5, like we see in the end there, those are some of my favorite. Probably a lot of you have prayed it. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me, see if there be any wicked way in me. And lead me in the way everlasting. Number 5, we should seek to be made better in all those areas that he reveals our sin, our faults, our weaknesses, our failures. There are some, okay? And if you don't think there are none, then I challenge you to pray this, pray this prayer. because they're in there. They're made inside, or they're inside of us because our flesh is wicked and sinful. We can't necessarily get away from them until we crucify, cleanse, confess, and deal with those things. So we should seek to be made better in the areas where God reveals our sin. And I'm just going to leave it at that today, and hopefully that bless you. Have a good one.